everyone, I believe so much in IGOW and its fun-loving spirit and the open competition and the ability to improve our flight skills through IGOW that I'm going to put forth more money. You may know that the channel is already a sponsor of IGOW, and I've done a lot to promote it because I do believe in it. And I think it's a great way for all of you to increase your flight skills and enjoy whoops. Whoops are probably or at least the whoop flyers are probably the most fun-loving group, the most encouraging group out there in FPV. So I want to encourage everyone to get involved in IGOW, and I'm going to promote it again by giving away 2 whoops. The whoops are limited to what's approved in IGOW. So if you're not aware of that, it's got to be fully encompassed in the prop protection, and it's got to be, I think it's got to be 1 or 2S, and it's got to be 85 millimeters or less, or 100 millimeters motor post or motor post. Whatever the IGOW rules state, those are our limits. Now, I'm going to put one additional limit on it: no custom-made DJI whoops. So I'm just going to rule out the DJI Vista Link, that video system in our whoop, because I don't know of any under $240, which is my limit, that we can get, and we can't get them in very many places. And quite honestly, I don't know how well that will work out when it comes to being able to, new people be able to fly in IGOW. But as I said, I'm going to buy 2 whoops, and I'm going to give them away here on the channel. And one of the requirements are you have to be registered for IGOW4. So if you haven't done that, I'll have a link down in the video description for registration. I'm also going to have another link down in the video description for the form that I have that you'll fill out, and then I'll verify whoever the random number generator selects. I'll verify with Mr. Sagano, the president of, I call him the president of IGOW, that the registrant, the email address is registered. So you want to make sure that you either use the email address that you've registered with IGOW, or you want to make sure you put that in the form. I did put a secondary spot, so if you have more than one email address and you've logged into the Google form using a different email address than you registered, you can type that out. I know that will be secret because they will not be sharing that information when the participant list becomes available publicly on Tuesday. It's currently Sunday night as I record this. Again, I'm going to buy these from wherever we can, what's closest to you. That way we can get them in your hands. Those 2 winners, we can get those in your hands as quickly as possible so you can get them set up and ready to go to participate in the most fun competition that has all sorts of prizes. And you don't even have to be a top pilot to win prizes. You can just randomly be drawn to win prizes. You can use creativity in your video and get the prize that way as well. You don't have to be able to execute the trick to the finest degree in order to win a prize. Of course, it helps if you're going to go a long ways, but your skills will develop along the way. And so I really push IGOW and you participating, because I think it's there's all sorts of bests, and I don't like the term best, but there's all sorts of bests involved in IGOW. You've got the best group of fun-loving FPV pilots. You've got Dan and Liz Sugano, who have worked very hard in order to make sure that everyone can participate, and it's all even Steven, and it expands your flight skills, it expands your awareness, your knowledge. And if you're not into freestyle sort of tricks, I still think it's a good thing to learn. But if you like to race, there's also Race Gal that will be coming later on down the line, and I'm sure I'll be telling you about that here on the channel as well. So again, you have to be registered for IGOW, and you have to use the form down in the video description in order to register your information here with this video in order to be drawn. There's going to be 2 winners. I'll buy them from any store that's near you, so you might want to be looking at your stores as you anticipate the winnings. I'm only going to let this run for, let's say 4 days. And I probably won't have a results video on it. I will just notify the winners after I verify them with Dan Sagano or Liz, whoever I can reach at the time that I'm trying to verify those. So 4 days after this video is published, it's over. And I hope this generates or encourages you more to participate in IGOW, because I think it's a really fun aspect. It also gives you a sense of community. I had a couple of people comment on my previous video about how they were kind of antisocial or maybe just not confident in their flight skills, and therefore they didn't want to participate, but they went ahead and broke that seal and got involved, and they found that there's, you know, all these other people were encouraging, and Dan and Liz and their live streams were encouraging, and it was something that brought them out of their shell, and they felt to be more of a part of the FPV community. And I think being a part of a community is one of the great things IGOW does, and it's something that I know that I'm not a joiner by nature, so this might seem a little bit odd, but I think it's one of those ways that if you're like me and you're not a joiner, you really should join IGOW, if for nothing else, the sense of community you can get, the sense of fun that you can get from that community. And then there's all the bonuses. You can win random prizes. You can win cash. That's also one of the prizes, not just, you know, coupon codes and FPV products. You can win cash, money, you can do whatever you want with. And you can expand your flight skills and learn to enjoy whoops in new ways. So go down to the video description. Make sure you're registered for IGOW4. It will be the first link. Second link is the form that you have to fill out here. So two things. I'm going to buy 2 whoops that are less than $240 and from any store in the world, wherever it's nearest you, and I want to get you started in IGOW. So go down there and click those links. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.